Hi, everyone. I just wanted to walk you really quickly through sort of this last module because I know with the holidays coming up and you're moving off campus or you're going and traveling and all of the things that we have going on, I want everybody to know how we're finishing this semester. So, right now, where I am is I'm reading through and offering feedback and grading on all of your first essay, so your synthesis essay that you wrote. I'm really proud of your work that I've read so far. I'm having a lot of fun reading them, but I do try to give them a really thorough reading so that I can give you comments that are going to help you move into this next phase. So, what I want you to work on first as we move into the next phase, because you remember that um, that our goal in this course was to talk about, okay, how do we do research and become an expert on something? That's what you were doing when you were writing your synthesis essay. And now how do we take being an expert and turn it into a targeted argument that we're going to try to move toward that more persuasive spectrum. So you remember in the first couple of weeks of the course, or at least our first couple of weeks of content, we talked about the difference between um, informing or discovering, learning, and then persuading. You remember that spectrum, and I may have the words a little bit differently than they were stated in the text, but our in terms of our purpose for writing an argument, for doing research. Okay, so both of those things kind of go together. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick with your same topic, right? As I told you, I hope you love this topic, and you may very well hate it by the end of this, but stick with it for another few weeks. So you're sticking with the same topic, and you're going to take it and you're going to target it toward specific audience with a sort of actionable, persuasive purpose. Okay, so so everything that we're doing here is going to help you do that. It's going to help you turn what you've already done, use a lot of what you've already done for the synthesis essay, the synthesis matrix that you turned in. You're going to use that work, but you're going to add to it. So, our first assignment, as I continue reading and offering feedback on essay one, you are going to find two new sources. Now, one of those needs to be um, uh, from the databases, like most of what we did before needed to be from the databases. It needs to be scholarly, it needs to be peer reviewed. Okay, one more source, one more scholarly peer reviewed source, and then one other source. It can be another scholarly peer reviewed source, but it doesn't have to be. It can be from a trade magazine, it can be from a newspaper, it can be an interview. A couple people talked about wanting to do original research. You can do an interview if you have something that is relevant to campus and you want to go out and ask a few people about it. Now you need to be accurate. Okay, we're not in this course, we're not going into how to really do field research. That's not the purpose of this course, but you do need to absolutely be sure that um, whomever you interview knows that, hey, I'm going to be quoting you in this paper. It's not going to be published, or hey, I am going to try to publish it someday. Whatever it is, you need to let them know, and you need to quote them accurately and be fair to what it is that they're trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to do a discussion board and share with me those two new sources. I want full MLA citations for them. If you do your own original research, you're going to just tell me the date and the name of when the interview took place. Okay, the person who you interviewed and the date that you interviewed them. Okay, and I need to be able to confirm it. Now, the discussion board assignment that I'm giving you, you're going to post that, but you're also going to read an article that I'm sharing with you, where it's a very quick read, and it's really impressive. I think you'll be impressed with this kid. She's a sixth grader, and she wrote about her feelings or what COVID, going to school during COVID was like for her in Alabama. And so she wrote a persuasive, argumentative piece that was very targeted and led um, led to a clear call for action, in my opinion. She could have done it more explicitly, but I think it's a really good example of how to frame an argument and be persuasive, even when you're writing about something personal or you're inserting your own personal narrative or your personal experience into it. I think that's a really important part of persuasive writing. So I've given you that article that'll be in the discussion board. Okay. So I've given you a link to that article. I want you to read it. I want you to give me your two new sources. And then I want you to think about, who was this little girl's audience? Who was she writing to and what was she persuading them to do? You're going to analyze that. And then you're going to tell me. So tell us all rather, who is your audience going to be for your second essay? for your researched argument essay. Okay. Who is your audience going to be? Who are they? What do they care about? Why are you writing to them? And what is it that you're trying to accomplish by writing to them? Okay. So that's going to be this step. So you're going to post that main post by the 12th of November, and then you're going to respond to at least 2 peers as instructed in that board on the 14th. Okay. That's a Sunday. So Friday the 12th, you need to have your main post. And that includes your own research. That includes you reading the article, analyzing the article, and offering your sort of rationale and analysis of your own audience. Okay, the next week, I want you to have a conference with me. Sometime between 11:15 and 11:19. That's Monday, November 15th, and Friday, November 19th. You need to schedule and keep a meeting with me in my Calendly link. Okay, so I'm expanding my office hours, so there are a lot more times for you to sign up, and you need to have turned in this work. Okay, because that's what we're going to discuss in the meeting. All right, then your final researched argument essay will be due the last day of classes. That's 12/3. And then you'll have a final course reflection that is due on 12/6. That's December 6th. Okay, so that's the first day of finals. And I want you, and all of these assignments are described in our folder. In the module folder. So go back to our main content page, and that drop down menu when you click on final module, all of the assignment links and fuller descriptions and how I'm going to be grading them will be there. Okay, so I want us to finish strong. So please, if you have questions, absolutely let me know. Contact me. But I really, really want to have this one-on-one meeting, because this is where we talk specifically about where you are in terms of what you've submitted so far and what you need to get done in the last 2 weeks of class. Okay, so don't skip that. I am giving you a grade for doing that, so I want you to make sure that you're with me and that you schedule and attend that meeting. When you schedule in Calendly, you'll pick a time and you'll say, yes, this is when I want to meet. Then you'll get an email, and you have to confirm that, yes, I'm going to do that. So go in and check your email, and you confirm, yes, I'm going to come to that meeting, and then you'll get a calendar link for that meeting. Okay, because I've had too many people say, oh, you didn't send me anything. I'm not supposed to send you anything. Okay, Calendly will do it automatically, but you got to check your email. Okay, so I'm so excited for you guys. We're finishing strong. It's going to be good stuff. I will see you later, and I'm here as every step along the way as you work. Please contact me. A couple of you have been keeping me on the ball, like, hey, you didn't post this. You said you were going to post it. I appreciate that so much, because it's just a very hectic semester for me. So I'm super excited, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.